Hi, Gemini, Sun and Rising. Thank you for tuning in to this timeless message for you. Whatever time you're watching this, I am confident that there is a message here for you as you feel called to tune in. And before we get too deep into your personal dealings right now, I want to start with, which I'm so awkward about it because I don't even really want to mention it so much in any of my videos, but it is something that we're all wanting and desiring here for our YouTube channels to be active and really have an audience, an expanding, growing audience of people that are tuning in to these supportive messages. So with that being said, if you find that this message resonates for you, please hit the like button. It is free to do so. It is also free to subscribe and supporting yourself and staying updated too, and when I'm sharing a new message for your sign, Gemini. So also just want to note too, if this is your sun sign message, please listen for your rising sign message, and vice versa. If this is your rising sign message, please listen for your sun sign message as well. All right, Gemini, thanks for listening to all of that blabber. Let's get right into your message here. So I'm going to start with these oracle cards, Key to the Universe oracle deck here. And again, as I have said in previous videos, if you've seen other videos, this deck is very like scorpionic, Plutonian, even Saturn sort of energy, where it just is very in depth and direct with the advice or message or whatever it is, that you're needing to bring your awareness to, your attention to, okay, or focus towards. So I'm going to tap in with these to get an overall feel here, Gemini, for your energy at this time. And then I'm going to choose actually by feel after I shuffle these. As I was preparing for your reading, for your message, Gemini, I started to feel this, have these thoughts and these feelings come over me that seem to be quite rooted in like an overwhelm with knowing what is currently at stake or something like that. Like you know what needs to be done or something like that, but it just kind of feels so overwhelming that maybe you're nervous, you're really nervous about these changes, because they require you to commit to shifting something internally perhaps, or externally, or both. But I started to feel this sense of nervousness and overwhelm, and almost like I was getting distracted. So perhaps some of you are feeling like there's a need to distract yourself from what's right in front of you, from what's happening, what's calling your awareness to it at this time in your life, whatever is revealing itself to change or to shift or transform. Or to exit. I'm even hearing that word right now. So you are so supported, Gemini, and not even just astrologically. Like, yes, astrologically, we have Jupiter in Gemini, and especially if you're a Gemini rising, that's in your first house. And so it's expanding, again, if you're a Gemini rising, especially your awareness of yourself and your perhaps awareness of your confidence level, or lack thereof, I should say, and it's an opportunity always, any astrological transit, but there's such an opportunity right now for you with this particular astrological transit, but all of them that are presenting this opportunity for you to really embrace who you are, for you to love who you are unconditionally, and to really step out into the world and authentically express yourself in the fullness of who you are with such an unapologetic that confidence, and because that this is you. There's like nothing that can, and let it be from a place of, certainly from a place of integrity. But that this is you, that you know who you are. And that's inspiring for people, not to necessarily make this so much about others, Gemini. And you are a social butterfly. And I don't mean that in the sense of you like to talk all the time, or maybe that's something that you love to do. You like to talk, you like to listen, you like conversation, but you like to learn. And so you're open to, learning through receiving the experiences of others, them sharing that with you. And I just want to encourage you that we need that of you as well. We really, really do at this time. There's so many people. The collective is in great need of people who know themselves and really love themselves unconditionally and believe in themselves and show up in their full expression when it comes to connection with others. And even what I'm doing now, this is a great example of just really trusting yourself, that you are in your authentic expression, and putting yourself out there, taking the risk of vulnerability and really sharing who you are in your craft. Like I said, this is an example of what I'm doing right now, sitting here on this, YouTube live with you, or this recording with you, and putting myself out there, availing myself to share this gift, this passion of mine, and what excites me. And this is that. And I'm saying that to be such an example for you, Gemini, in doing so yourself. Okay. But let's tap into the oracle message here for you, Gemini. Get a sense of your overall energy. I'm going to choose 3 of these to start. Gemini. I'm seeing 4, so I'm going to grab the last 2 here that I'm feeling. Okay. Wow. I feel this is very much in alignment with what I was just expressing, as we have the energies here of connection. Connection is here. We have balance, which really is about change, as it's also the number 5 here, representing this energy in this oracle deck. We have reason here, which is all about our masculine, energies within us, how we express our masculine energies, which to me is really about, and the stars or the sun could even be, sorry, this is always weird for me, like mirroring where I'm pointing in the camera, but this could be the sun, or it could be the stars, solar system, or something like that. But it just gives like masculine energy of consciousness, and consciously, that's it, like reasoning with yourself here, and how you're going to show up in connections, in your social, life, in relationships. And that this is, as I expressed, coming into balance here as I feel, and we also have harmony. So certainly harmony is available to you, a harmonious way of experiencing connections and relationships, Gemini. And I don't necessarily mean familial or romantic or work or friendships. I mean it all, As I was saying, prior to getting these oracle cards here, there's such an opportunity for you to be seen, for you to be, I'm hearing like, and seeing in this spotlight, to find a balance of being so receptive to putting the spotlight on others, or supporting and uplifting others and being in their spotlight, and allowing yourself, taking your own advice, I'm kind of hearing here, and stepping into the spotlight, as you are so deserving, Gemini, of being uplifted in yours, okay, seen and recognized in yours, okay? I would not be shocked at all if the star card comes out in this reading. But yeah, it feels like too, releasing, as we have attachment at the bottom of the deck here, these attachments to, perhaps that's what the nervousness is too, and trying to distract yourself. So releasing this attachment to who you thought you were, who you have claimed yourself to be. I'm hearing that is in itself like sort of like giving away your power to an energy outside of yourself to say that you go in this particular box, that this is your identity, that you must stick to, you must remain, because this feels so much about connections, you must remain showing up in this way in your connections, right? And it's like creating these expectations, and really it's limitations that you're placing on yourself. And that's why I say it is limiting your power when you are, okay, I'm hearing like for some of you, seeking external validation, or not even that you're consciously seeking it. I want to pause because I'm getting a message here. You're not consciously, some of you are, I have to be honest about that. Some of you are reasoning here, that's what's coming through, with too much with external energies. It's like you're kind of how all of these shapes, all these things are going, like you don't really see any like kind of swirls here or fluidity in how these are all moving. It kind of just seems like boop, beep, boop, boop, boop. And it's like it's this sort of like programmed energy, like conditioned energy, where you are okay. Some of you are okay with just being this limited, having this limiting identity placed upon you. People know that's it, what they can expect from you. And I feel that it is time for you to come out of that, to detach yourself from this identity. For some of you, it is truly, truly just an internally imposed thing, and you are not so externally influenced, and you're deciding to show up in this way. But balance must be restored, and you must come into alignment here with your authentic expression. that means even if you have been, yes, truthful and honest, you haven't been entirely, because this is not the full expression of who you are. And you deserve, and your connections deserve as well, to receive that recognition of your fullest expression. Okay, Gemini, that's what's coming through. I'm going to move into feeling the cardology deck here, which I always tune into the cardology and tarot message because they do apply here. They're often the same for this deck of cards. But let's see here. I almost want to ask, who is Gemini being guided by? Because that's what's coming through. But I almost want to ask that because for some of you, I feel it is, like I said, internally imposed. So it's self, but some part of self that's guiding you. And others of you, I feel it is an external energy. For some of you, it could be both. Oh yeah, let's see here. Too many cards. Let's be specific, please, for Gemini. All right, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I feel that, so this is, their cards are already reflecting what I was saying. However, to answer what I asked of the cards, it feels like for most of you that this is you. You have been deciding to show up in this 10 of Wands, 10 of Spades energy, where you take on, even if they're not presented as burdens or like weight, heavy weight of others, especially emotionally here and mentally, but you take on a lot of, and I don't mean like, I mean, perhaps for some of you, it is like an emotional burden that you carry for others. But I think for most of you, what I'm getting here is like that whole like external validation thing where it's like you, what's a good analogy? It's that kind of peer pressure thing for some of you where it's like, okay, but it's not even really peer pressure. Like I said, it's internal. Because the King of Wands and the Six of Wands are here. Like, this is you. Like, you could really be in your power here. And you are, because you're actively deciding to, I think, give it away or seek an external energy to validate it. So, okay, that's a good analogy. Like, everyone's going out, everyone goes out who lives where I live, this group of people that I am interested in or that I think, are, these people are really cool or I resonate with or align with them or something like that, or I want to be a part of, this experience. Because there's a lot of people that go there, or just, it's something like that where you think that you have to be in these places or with these certain people, or you have to live a certain lifestyle or something like that. And it's really showing up here as this 10 of Wands energy of like carrying all these wands, all this weight that's like not even really you. Like that's not even really who you are. And maybe, there is that spontaneous, fun, adventurous side of you, right? Where you like those things. But I'm hearing like that there needs to be a balance. There needs to be a balance of, you know, you being like, I want to socialize, I want to be out and experiencing external energies, and you being in your energy. That's what I'm getting. That's what's going through. It's like the harmony that I spoke about here previously is this, like, you being so rooted in, you know, knowing who you are, that you're unapologetically you, like totally, entirely you. I have had so many Geminis around me in my life. Excuse me if I start to burp, as maybe you've heard me say this in another video, but when I'm channeling and messages are being affirmed, sometimes I start burping. So it's happening, but it just is like, you're victorious and really unapologetically showing up like fully as you are. So I think there's some of you, like I said, I've had quite a few Geminis around in my life, and in very close, you know, connections, relationships. But I know that a lot of you like your quiet. You like being in solitude too, and you really enjoy being at home. You really enjoy relaxing and lounging and doing the simple things, whatever that is for you, and not always being on the go. And I know that, like, you need it actually. And I think that that is a part of you, and that is why this is coming up, because you need to balance this right now. You need to balance this right now, like really fully being in this, you know, King of Wands, King of Spades energy. Like, you are the director of your ship. You're the director or the captain of your ship. You're the director of your kingdom. You're the king of your kingdom, or the queen of your queendom. And, you know, with these clubs on his crown, and with the sword, which is the clubs are also the sword, you know, in his hand here, it's like he's very decisive. He's very direct. This King of Wands is very precise and truthful, honest, and transparent about, you know, what he needs. He's in his integrity, you know, because he really knows himself and he embraces himself here. And he knows that really, really rooting himself in that and not moving from that throne of, you know, self-integrity and self-empowerment, okay, and moving and acting, you know, from a place that is, I'm just hearing like self-integrated, okay, is like the only way that he will act on anything in his life, in his experience, and in his connections even. And he knows too that in these connections, those that truly know themselves and love themselves unconditionally and are in their fullest expression will respect this about him being in this energy. The right people, that's it too. Here for you, Gemini, it's like the right connections, the harmonious connections that support you and your, you know, energies being in harmony and balance, will find you. You will never miss, you know, anyone that is for you, that is in alignment with you and your authenticity. So this is really about trusting who you are, who you're realizing that you are, and who you're realizing that you're not, and going with it, going with that, trusting in that and where it leads you to and who it leads you to. You are a mutable sign. You are flexible. You, with life, you move through life like water. effortlessly. You adapt so well and do and thrive so well in change, in growth, in evolution. You know, it doesn't have to be this, what feels like I'm hearing the word treachery. It's not tragic endings because you don't align with that workplace, that environment, or that friend group, or that, romantic partner anymore. This is good. This is so good. This is you realizing who the F you are. And that's massive. Don't run away from it. Stay with it, Gemini. Please. I say this as your sister sign, Sagittarius. Please. I will, if there's anything that Sagittarius is going to do, I'm going to hype you up in believing in yourself. Okay? There's such an opportunity to alchemize right now. Like I said, Jupiter, which is my ruler, anything that it touches, it will expand, and you are being expanded right now, Sagittarius. Maybe some of you have Sagittarius placement, but you are being so expanded right now, Gemini. Especially, like I said, if you are a Gemini rising, your identity is expanding. That means that you have to be so open as well to continuing to explore what that is, who that is, and who is in alignment with that. I'm going to move into the tarot, see what other energies are here, Gemini, availing themselves to you to bring your awareness to at this time. All right, Gemini. Wow. Talk about some forward movement. Okay, 8 of Wands. And we have Saturn on here. We also have Jupiter we also have Jupiter as I was talking about Jupiter. We have the moon here. So this is about moving forward. Sometimes it's fast, get on it, okay? Cracking a whip is what I'm seeing. For you to decide here with Judgment at the bottom of the deck. And she's even looking at herself in the mirror. Ooh. Okay, they really wanted me to show you this. 9 of Pentacles. And under the Judgment is Justice. So, yeah, this is a time for you to decide on choosing yourself, okay? Watering your own garden, tending to your own garden. And I'm just really hearing this, it's not about tending to anyone else's gardens anymore, Gemini. This is a time for you to tend to your own, to alchemize. I want to show you, we also have Temperance underneath. This is the card of Sagittarius. This is the card of alchemy here. Okay. So alchemizing, transmuting, that means transmuting what you are realizing needs to change. Okay, what is not working for you? Identify these areas of your life, because it could be multiple, but they're all centered around connection, socialization, relationship is what I'm hearing here. Identify where you are not fulfilled, Gemini, so that you can move forward here. Because like I said, we have Jupiter and Saturn present and the moon. Where are you not emotionally fulfilled? What connections? What environments? Okay. Where do you feel emotionally pressured? I'm hearing it's time with Saturn. Okay. Saturn is also right now, it's in Pisces. Okay. And it has been for a little bit, I think since last year, in March or February, but Saturn in Pisces, and it will be there until next year, okay, is really, and it's retrograde too, so it's like, it's time to wrap up the illusion, okay, the sort of fantasy, like living in, I'm hearing like potential, the potentiality of connections, the potentiality of a workplace, the potentiality of this environment. But it hasn't gotten there. It has not reached that potential, has it? And I think, it's time here to expand on your experience. It's the wands here, so I know it's just life in general, okay? But I'm picking up intuitively, like I said, that it's connected to relationships, okay? I'm going to continue. Oops. For Gemini. Okay, too many cards. Let's be specific, please. For Gemini. There we go. There's that 10 of Wands again, and it's in the reverse. So yeah, dropping those wands, those expectations of your lifestyle, okay, that are not yours. They're not yours. You're not this, with the Page of Cups in reverse here, this newbie. This is not your first rodeo, Gemini. You're not in a position of innocence, is what I'm hearing when it comes to socializing, when it comes to the cups, connection, emotional fulfillment here. You're not. You're a Gemini. You're the most social sign and capable sign of connecting and, relating to others in the entire zodiac. You are. Okay? And so this is not your first rodeo, and you're not innocent here. Okay? Ask yourself, when hearing this, ask yourself, how have I been giving my power away in any connections in my life right now? How have I been giving away my power? Have I been complacent to the expectation that I'm going to please this person? Have I been complacent to this expectation of anyone outside of me, for me to please them, for me to say yes to them, for me to want to be a part of what they're doing? I always show up. That's what I'm hearing. Someone's saying this right now as you're watching this. Like, I'm always the one showing up. I'm always the one, down. Like, I'm always the one down to do something, to go here, to go there, to talk, to... some of you, I'm just really hearing this right now, really need some solitude. I think that's going to support you in getting clear about which connections, what experiences, environments are not fulfilling you in your fullest expression, your fullest expression of who you are. Yeah, we have the Three of Cups. So there's been a lot of gathering, perhaps. There's been a lot of socializing. There's been a lot of outings. Some of you could, be, I'm seeing like you going out, at night a lot. If you live in like the city or something, I'm seeing that. I'm also hearing too, for some reason here, I'm going to go with it, is some of you are like really involved with like your church or something like that. Some sort of like spiritual group, or just some sort of a group that, you're always coming together. Not in the sense to like party or celebrate anything. It just feels really like spiritual. It's about spirituality. But it's not allowing you to be, like I said, in the fullest expression of who you are, with the Six of Wands in the reverse here at the bottom of the deck. And this is, and perhaps has been throwing you off balance, maybe in other areas of your life, like something to do with Pentacles. So maybe it's affecting your finances if you're going out too much. Or maybe, you're surrounding yourself, some of you, with people that you feel like every time you go somewhere, you have to spend money. Or it costs, I'm just seeing that like it's costing you a lot to keep up with, whether it's energy that's costing you a lot of, or both, your finances here. But these environments and these connections are leaving you feeling emotionally depleted. I'm even seeing and hearing like physically depleted for some of you. Something about your adrenals. Some of you may need to get some blood work done. I'm also hearing that to support your adrenals, to identify something about your adrenals. Something is coming through about that. This is no medical advice. I'm not a doctor. Okay, I'm not a medical practitioner. Talk to your medical practitioner, physician, whoever that may be. Okay, for you. This is me simply intuitively picking up on you, someone needing to become aware of this. But I'm just hearing something about blood work and adrenals. Okay, so some of you could be dehydrated as well. I'm also hearing, and needing to drink more water, more fluids. I'm also seeing like juices for this summer, something like that. But yeah, this is causing you to feel confused. Okay, this could also be that like complacent energy of like the rose-colored glasses kind of energy, where it's like you're living in the potentiality of things and not really living in how it's truly showing up as. Okay, these environments and these connections, and there's a need here to trust these intuitive nudges that I feel that you are receiving when you're around these people, or with these people, or in these environments. Okay, if you're feeling depleted, if you're feeling unfulfilled, okay, then you need to really trust this discernment that is coming through for you, and make some changes. Advocate for yourself, okay, and what it is that you are needing in connections, in any environment with other people, external energies. I'm going to get one more. Gemini. Thank you. Yeah, we have that card again, the Page of Cups in the reverse. So I feel it's just affirming what I said. But something is coming back into balance, availing itself. Balance is availing itself to you. Harmony is availing itself to you. But it is you who has to advocate for and actively make a decision, decide to advocate for this going forward, Gemini. And then you will experience the optimal opportunity, that's what I'm hearing, of these astrological transits that are occurring right now. And really, I'm just hearing for the next like 5 years, something about for the next 5 years. Okay, this 10 of Pentacles energy is going to be present for you, I'm hearing, for the next 5 years. And it's not that it'll go away or anything like that, but like this is the time now and, you know, between now and the next 5 years to really activate this, bring it, transmute that alchemy, you know, it here into your physical experience. And again, that takes you physically acting this, you know, out now, advocating for this, okay, in how you express yourself, how you communicate what it is that you need and desire, okay, and what you just cannot experience anymore, even if it starts there, okay, and you're still figuring out what you desire. Just begin there and expressing, I don't feel this is working for me, okay? And what will and does work for you will, I feel, continue to come through for you, okay? It will continue to show itself, present itself in your physical, as you embrace and advocate for yourself with others. It's really about honesty with yourself first, right? Gemini, this has been such a lovely time sitting here with you and availing myself to share this insight and clarifying perhaps what you've been feeling overwhelmed about, because I also get a sense that you haven't really been able to quite put your finger on it, because this has been the norm for such a while, huh? But no. I'm going to wrap up your message, Gemini, with an oracle card here from the Moon Oracle deck. Very much like divine, feminine, nurturing energy in this deck here. They have affirmations at the bottom of them that always really support me personally and those that I support with messages here. With applying whatever resonated for you into your actual experience, okay? So it's not like you're just walking away from a reading or trying to figure it out necessarily how to apply this yourself if that doesn't, you know, come up for you as you're listening. But these affirmations really support me when I remember them throughout my days. So Gemini, okay, 3, your first one. This is so you. With a steady mind, I am connected to our collective experience. Yeah. Exactly. It's like you can have these connections, you can go out, you can be social, but you have to be rooted in yourself. Okay, so that you can show up authentically and magnetize the connections, the people, the places that align with your authenticity. Play is my pathway to joy. Yeah. This feels like a not being so serious about this. Like it's not as heavy as it may seem. This clearing, this change, this coming back into balance here. Be playful about it and give yourself some grace. Okay. And also, this is what's coming through. This is like a little girl here. And it's like, what does your inner child need? What would they like? Okay. One more here for Gemini. My emotions move through cycles and connect me to my truth. Yeah, this is that giving yourself grace too. And I know you've got a million thoughts racing all the time, trying to give you the next thing to do or to say, and also trying to convince you of what you're feeling or to not, go with your feelings. But all of these emotions moving through cycles is indeed okay. They do connect you to your truth. They are bringing up things that need to come to your awareness. That's life, and it's normal, and you're not alone in it, Gemini. Okay? You're not alone in it. You also need, I'm hearing that too now for a lot of you, you need these connections that support you in holding yourself accountable when it comes to being in your authentic expression, being in your truth. So these are the connections that you really need, that support you in being vulnerable. Yeah. Thank you, Gemini, Sun and Rising, for tuning in. Again, if you like this message, please, or if you resonate, I should really say, with this message, please hit the like button below and the subscribe button as well to stay notified of when I'm sharing any new messages for you, Gemini. I am so excited for you, and I'm really looking forward to tuning into your energy again soon, and seeing what else comes up after this message here. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Thank you.